Thanks for locking in with 77 Flavors of Chicago. We're your host, Dario.
And I'm Sarah, and I hope you're ready to learn with us.
Today, we talking about Allstate, baby.
All right.
There it is. Off to a great start.
How are you?
I'm great. I mean, every day we spend in this new place, because like now we really adapting to this. There it is. South Loop life, and it feels good.
You could adopt a lifestyle.
You can adopt a lifestyle, so I wasn't far off.
And you can adapt to a lifestyle.
Early coins.
It's just basic grammar. It's not even grammar.
We was talking to my sister last night, and I was like, y'all realize how bad it sounds when somebody say somebody going through their little book journey, right? Which my sister is. And like,
and you were so disrespectful.
No, I wasn't. Because I wanted to ask, I didn't mean it. But if you ask anybody
what did
this.
Say what you said.
Man, you read like that?
No, you didn't add like that.
What you mean?
Just said you read?
You read, yeah, right.
Period.
I mean,
not like that.
That's one of them things where it don't sound good.
No,
and I don't mean it malicious, but like.
Right. You said you don't sound like you read.
Unfortunately here.
No, stop.
We don't, reading is fundamental. And a lot of people don't have fundamentals. You know what I mean?
They don't have basic knowledge. I think everyone should take like basic economics, basic literature comprehension.
Everybody need to get hit in the face one time.
Well,
because then you learn a lot from that.
When you get hit in the face.
Yeah, because think about it. All right, why did you get hit in the face? You said something stupid, and then you learn there's for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, and then you either if you get swung on, you hit. What you're gonna do the next time that you're gonna dodge. Yeah. So you learn those basic skills.
It's actually like super crazy to me how people think.
Yep. yeah.
I don't want to go into too much detail.
Yeah, we don't have to.
We try to keep this. I posted this on our Instagram story. I said we try to keep this like a place where you can come and learn and kind of like unplug from the real world. So I don't want to like bombard you with anything. But here's your quick reminder. If you ever doubt that we align on belief systems, just remember that I am an Arab immigrant and Dario is a black man in America. So if you feel like there's any room for we not being on the same page, I hope that clears it up.
I was about to say the only demographic we probably don't cater to is children. We
Look, it depends on the parents.
Well, here's the thing. We had a couple reviews which were all great. You know what I mean? The one that said, "Don't listen to this around your kids."
Only because, and we try not to. It's only because we like say fuck.
We keep it real here.
But like the innuendos kids aren't getting. They're like Disney puts innuendos in their movies.
That's very true. But today's kids ain't yesteryear's kids. You know what I'm saying?
True.
My kids at my age, we weren't really getting that. We was rocking with
your kids your age.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Motherfuckers that grew up with me. Grew up with my generation. We wasn't understanding that. Until you look back, you be like, damn, bro.
But you didn't have access to media the way the kids have access to media now. So
exactly. But it was more, I think it was more, because there wasn't no censorship. People weren't censoring nothing back in the day.
But you also only saw what you saw on TV. Like that was your only source of media.
Very true. I remember.
And music. That was it.
The one thing that I was like, I can't believe we were singing. Songs was crazy. Out of control. Crucial Conflict, West Side's Finest, man. So shout out to Crucial Conflict, but we had no business singing Smoking on Hay in the middle of the bar.
But here's the thing. You also probably didn't know what you were saying.
That's the point I'm making.
But we were saying like a 10-year-old.
Smoking on Hey, in the middle of the bar. What? We had no reason singing that.
But like a 10-year-old today could go online and look up certain things, and they have access to. It's so scary.
So that's why we don't care as kids.
Now. Right? Yeah.
We don't. I mean, that's the only demographic. Sorry, kids. Yeah. I mean, like y'all, we do. But again, like you say, leave it up to your parents.
Right. The parents get to decide what they want to expose their kids to. If you don't want your kid to say fuck. Here's the thing. Here's my theory as someone with no children, because people with no children love to say their opinions on children. So
let me
go ahead and give you mine.
Holla at you.
I think it's like important to teach your kids the bad words because they're gonna hear them anyway. But tell them where they can use them. You know what I mean? Like, here's the word. You're going to hear the word fuck. Here's what it means. Not literally, but like you say it in a moment of like you're annoyed or you're angry or whatever. You just can't say it in school because it's not a good word, right? I saw a lady tell her kid, you can go into the bathroom, say all the bad words you want to say. She put a camera up and recorded her son like saying bad words in the bathroom.
Yeah,
and she was like, this is the only place you can say these words, but you can say them in here. Just when we go outside, you can't say them.
Kids I remember the first time I started cussing, I was stringing them bad boys together, boy. That shit didn't even make sense. I was just going.
Because it's like, you can't say it now, you want to say it.
But if you go around the right cursors, the ones that know how to curse, you learn how to use them very well. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like my favorite
thing to say is calling something a fuck ass something. That's my favorite.
You love that.
I love it. Just
that's new.
It's just like so. Here's my thing. Any curse word in English is never going to live up to curse words in Arabic. Arabic is a very poetic language.
Well,
so our curse words are elite, like truly elite. Like you just feel like it's guttural. Okay. Damn. You just feel like you just feel so much better once you're done. That like English can never live up to it. So I like to find those ones that just feel like a punch.
See, the thing is, English guys, we got some indoor words. we got some. See, we might not have all the words. They might be like, but we got some ones where you say them, it's it. That's it. That's game over. Anyway, if you listen to this,
with your kids, we're so sorry.
No. If you was like, yo, we about to listen to Allstate, I wonder what they got to say, and then you get on this, you probably like, what is going on with this podcast?
They know that the first 5 minutes is always fuckery.
It is. We just shrunk that time.
You can skip them.
You can, right? Too bad we don't tell you when you can skip. You just got to figure it. You just got to hit 30.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm like, get to the fucking point. Get to the point. My God, I skip the intro of the guest. I don't give a shit who the guest is.
I know. I don't care. I figured out as we go.
Yeah, no, that's not true. I love podcasts.
No, it's true. Shit, Shannon Sharp. Hey, look, man, I ain't trying to hear all this shit, man.
Yeah, that 75-minute intro.
But see, his intro is now
Credits.
yes, it is, but it's also part of the shtick now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because he be making up some stuff. How would you if we had to introduce each other? What would you say? Like, have you listened to Shannon Sharp's?
I mean, the ones you've
right, here, let me do
together.
It. Here we go. My next guest is an award-winning podcaster, a fantastic cook, Jordanian born, very talented, multi-skilled in these. Have once been on. He just go on and on about just be adding random shit to it.
Yeah, and it's all synonyms.
You be
multi-talented, multiple skills.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of skills and things.
Number one in this. Number one in that. Number one in that. Has one done this and. You'd be like, God.
I like that you could only think of like 4 things for me.
I mean, well, we ain't there yet. I was playing. Look, I can't. I can't think of me right now. I couldn't even do me. Shit, like this dude is an old ass. Anyway,
let's get into this Allstate episode. This was really interesting.
Very.
I mean, you know, this is. I don't know if you guys have noticed recently, but we're kind of going back and forth. Like each one of us is taking a topic that they like to talk about. But when you shared some of the details, it was interesting. But I'm excited to learn more.
Allstate, y'all. So I think most people might know Allstate is a Chicago.
Don't assume because I didn't.
You're right. All right. I'm just saying. I think you might. But in case you didn't, that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing another topic I was researching, and then I was like, yo, this is more interesting because, like, I guess there's reasons why. So, Allstate. And to start this story, we got to go to North Lawndale, y'all, the west side, right? Mm-hmm. April 17th, 1931. Now, because Sears, this the Sears location, the original Sears location. Now, because Sears had been huge in the catalogs, they did this. They were shipping things and had ordered. The mail order system was theirs to keep, right? And then Montgomery Royce came and kind of, did their thing. But they were killing it, right?
Yeah. They were, their catalog went crazy until like the early 2000s.
Yeah, right. Went crazy. Well, until their whole stores went crazy until they went away. It's still a Sears down in Mexico.
There's a Sears, isn't there a Sears in Block 37?
Man, Block 37, I don't want to hear from them. I'm bitter about, anyway. They were big in this. Now, like I said, April 17th, 1931, they decided, hey, stock markets are starting to crash. You know what I mean? Stock market crash. We're in the middle of this recession, Great Depression, and all this shit like that. People need insurance. And so they didn't want to be left out, you know? And they thought, wait, we got a way to deliver this to people, you know, so that they can subscribe to insurance easier than anybody else right now.
Right.
So they started Allstate. Inside of their catalogs, you could literally just fill out your name, fill out your information. It was like a little cutout section. You remember how they used to do those?
Yeah.
So you
just mail it back with your information.
And you mail it back with your information. That day, somebody walked into their headquarters right over there in North Lawndale, right on Homan.
That's crazy.
And they were like, "Hey, I need insurance because somebody tried to steal break into my car, and they had the car handle that was broken down." Guess what? The first insurance that they ever sold was
what?
It was for a 1930 Studebaker car, and it was for $41.60.
Wow!
For the year.
That's wild,
y'all. For the year.
That's wild and disrespectful.
That is, because right now it's crazy. It's crazy for a year.
I mean, we pay like 100 something a month.
So we
96 a month.
We paying $1,000 a year, $1,200 a year on some damn insurance. $42 is what covered a Studebaker. And that, if I remember correctly, Studebakers was some good ass cars back in the day. Back in the day, yeah, that was the one you wanted to get.
Why do I want to say Studebaker?
I think it's Studebaker. What am I saying?
Studebaker.
Am I saying Studebaker? It's Studebaker, y'all. STUDE Baker. My bad. So
there's a Studebaker Theater in Chicago.
So that was another thing I was going to do some research on.
Fine arts.
Yeah. So I knew I saw that somewhere. Look, let me give you a point for that one.
Thank you.
So anyway, so it started right there, right? It started in 1931. Now, in 1933, the Century of Progress World's Fair here in Chicago, guess what? They introduced their first agent, which had a booth up, and he was passing out cards.
Do you wonder what the booth looked like at the World's Fair?
It had to be something.
It's not like a little tent.
No, it had to be something extravagant.
Yeah, it had to be nice.
They were celebrating 100 years of Chicago.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, it was the World's Fair on top of it.
Yeah.
So many things came out of that World's Fair too. Like, that World's Fair was...
Do you remember any cool things?
The All-Star game for baseball.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah. That's the biggest one. The train, the Zephyr. We got that inside the Museum of Science and Industry.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shit that came from that. So anyway, that was 1933. 1939. Here is where Chicago once again was the center of changing the game. That is when Allstate introduced tailored rates to based off of age, the mileage of the car, and the type of car.
Wow.
And so that gave them the flexibility on, hey, we can make a little bit more money, save you a little bit more money.
Right.
You know? And basically, depending on how well you drove, you know what I mean? Like the good neighbor thing started later, right? I mean, the good driver thing started later.
What's going on?
Oh man, your boy is just out here. I'm looking at shit walk by. We in the studio, obviously. I can see the shadows of the door. So
stop looking at the door.
It's hard to like not. You know what I mean? The hood in me is like, bro, what's going on? Anyway,
no, the door's locked, so we're good.
It is. We good, but I'm just once it's in you, it ain't out you.
No, that's horrible. Yeah, that's a boo.
Yeah. Boo. So and the point I'm making with that, when that everybody started doing that.
Yeah.
After that, 1939, everybody started tailoring their rates because I mean, you got to figure Allstate was winning at that point.
Yeah, they started doing. I mean, that's something different. So I'm sure, like,
way different.
They had to adjust to it.
And so
other companies had to adjust.
Yeah, and so to the point of the numbers right here, as of 1950, when they started doing the data, so for 20 years, they were growing at every 2 years double
the year before.
Yeah, Every 2 years, they were growing by double. That's crazy. So they were obviously blown up. This was a success.
Yeah.
Now, something else happened in 1950. This is going to be a quick episode, y'all, because like y'all know Allstate is still going, right? Allstate is still doing what Allstate does. Yeah. They around here. You see them on the commercials.
They're still headquartered in Illinois, right?
Yeah. Northbrook. So 122 acre.
Wow. So not too far outside the city.
No. Right. Probably close by where Chef Sarah Stagner.
Probably that area has a lot of like
industrial to build.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not industrial, but like you know what I mean, like corporate
companies,
office.
corporate
campuses. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just want to skip through that because we almost done here. But so that was 1950. Now something else happened in 1950. The vice president of Sears, and he was head of the marketing, was David Ellis. Now, I'm assuming, because I was on Allstate's website, I'm assuming that the president of Allstate was also the president at the time of Sears, because that's kind of
at some point, wouldn't you split them up?
You did, but like at this time during this conversation, I don't think that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? Like, because I just didn't see it, or maybe I just didn't do enough research. And you know, I'm okay with taking that L right now, because the meat and potatoes of this is what I'm about to get to. So David Ellis was the VP and head of marketing, right? His daughter, 18, Joan Ellis, at the time was sick with whatever. She was in a doctor, and you know the family is concerned. What's going on?
Yeah.
The doctor comes out and says, "Hey, y'all got nothing to worry about. You're in good hands." Okay. And so that calmed him down. At the time, he was just, man, like, all right, cool. That's dope, man. Like, I'm glad she gonna be all right. And that made him feel better.
Yeah.
So after that, he went back to the meeting, and they had meetings about marketing, and they needed a slogan. And so he was like, you know what? That made me feel good.
Yeah.
So, you know, he said, hey, why don't we say you're in good hands?
Wow. Because
when we arrive on the scene, we want to let people know, relax, we're going to take care of everything. Yeah. We got you under control. You ain't got to worry about it. And so that's how the slogan, you're in good hands with Allstate, came. And it's been going.
That's so interesting.
It's been going for 70 years. You know what I mean? Like,
what year was that?
In the 50s.
What is wrong with your throat?
In the 50s, you know, it just had a bunch of June boo. Yeah, the kimchi is getting to you, boy.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. Did you know that they weren't publicly traded until 1993?
They were not. Yeah, and at the time, it was the highest entry,
largest IPO.
Yeah, largest IPO in the market. Yeah. And
I mean, Sears sold their 19.8% of its ownership.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, Sears at that point, you know what I mean? Like,
you were starting to
you're good.
Fall off.
We go well. You also didn't. Yeah, that was true. That's probably right around the time it was starting to go down with Sears.
Because like in 1995, Allstate became 100% publicly held.
And then like right around 2000s, Sears started having trouble.
Yeah.
So that was only 7 years later. God, shit happened fast around here.
Yeah. There were some cool things. I looked at their website just to see some of their pictures. They had cool things like they would go to like auto shows and set up like cool little like displays, and you could test out cars, like little bumper cars and stuff. I mean, it was very like catered. Like they called their agents like your little neighborhood network.
Yeah. And you know, they started they joined in with their good neighbor, good driver type of thing. So they've been at the forefront. The point of this one is, did you know that it started in Sears? Right. I did not know that.
I didn't know at all.
I had no clue. And part of me,
but that kind of makes sense because Sears was such a trusted company. Like I get, and they had the catalog, so I guess it kind of made sense to be like,
that was an easy choice.
I mean, it's so weird to pivot from retail to insurance.
That's why they had to break it off, because it's probably a lot of people probably like, this don't make sense. And catalog ain't gonna last forever. We're not gonna keep buying that at catalog. And plus, y'all growing too fast anyway. Yeah. Sears was growing, they growing. It's a little bit too much to keep up. So, but yeah, like I said, the point of this one is that that was dope. But B, that's Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, we out here.
That's wild.
Yeah, we out here really doing it. And I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
This was a good one. I like
this.
I
Was
like
good.
This one. Next week is going to be another really fun one. So make sure you come back for that. So if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone you love. It was a short and sweet. You just, got a little morsel of history. And
that was a lot of morsel though.
A lot of morsel.
Yeah, that was a lot.
So multiple morsels.
So the whole meal.
So if you enjoyed this episode, please share it. It is the best way to support us. These episodes cost you zero money. So
Ooh, my bad.
All right, you finish it out.
My bad. It don't cost you a damn thing to help us out. I was about to say help a ninja out.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, y'all be blessed. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.